Hi everybody, it's Robbie from Southern California, and today I'm going to share with you how I have been making solar fountain bird baths for the hummingbirds and other birds too. I made it the other day and I put it out. You'll see what happened. I couldn't believe the second I put it out, birds were coming right away to check it out. It was the cutest thing. They kept coming and coming and checking it out, and then all of a sudden they started drinking, they started taking a bath, and it's so easy to make. I'm going to share with you exactly how to make it, and use your imagination. You may have other containers that you like better or you'll have around the house, but it is very easy to make. And here I'm going to share with you how I made these fun solar fountains. So all you need is one of those coffee cans, which usually are plastic these days. And I made this one with a lift. So I used the yogurt container and I put it on top of the lid. And what I did was I drew a circle that I could see because I'm going to cut a hole out. I took my soldering iron, I made a hole big enough so I can slide my scissors in, so I can simply cut around. It's a soft plastic and it's very easy to cut. Now once I saw it fit, and remember the lid's going to go up because it's going to act as a tray, I was ready to go and start doing the rest of the project, which is simply getting your perch in. Now keep in mind, you're going to have a straw that's coming up the center, so you want to slightly offset the perch. So don't put it straight down the middle or you'll have a problem bringing your straw through. So kind of offset it off to the side, the perch, and get a hole on both sides where your perch will slide in. And once it slides in, you're good to go and you're done with that part. Now remember, you're going to have to take that off before you put the lid on. You'll see as you go. It's very easy. Now you put your lid on, and what you're going to have to do is make lots of holes. More holes in this case is better than less. So make a lot of holes on the bottom. Keep them towards the center because you don't want the water to run out of your container. So keep the holes closest to where your yogurt container is going to be. So really close to the center, and make a lot of holes so the water will drain right back into the coffee container. The next thing you have to do is make a hole in the center. Very easy for your straw that's going to come through. And once you have it big enough, then you're good to go on that. I use my scissors to smooth out the hole a little bit so the straw would fit through. You just need it to fit through. If it's a little too big, that's okay too, so don't worry about that. Now see if you need a longer straw. If your straw doesn't need to be longer, then just keep on going. If you need it longer, I have another video on how you can put two straws together to make it longer. Now you put it back together. And now after you have the lid, remember, turn the wrong way because your lid now becomes a tray, like a dish. You put your perch back in, and that is basically all there is to it. You're pretty much done. See, you got the perch through, and see how it's off center so the straw comes through? That's it. It's all done. Now, the thing you will have to do is get the straw attached to your pump. You take your hot glue gun, you roll the straw in until the straw gets soft. You don't want to melt it, but you want it soft. And then it should slide right over the pump, or you could use one of the attachments as well that goes to your solar pump. Either way. And that's it. And then you put your pump back. And now you've got it. You're almost done. You're almost done with it. You've got this set up. You undo the cord so you can get ready to put it outside. There's one more thing I did do. And I saw that when I put it back in, what I wanted to do was make a notch for the cord so it will sit flat, your tray. So you just take your soldering iron, make a notch. Now don't try putting your cord in until it's cool and give it a few seconds. But see, you make a notch, and once it's cool to touch, you want to make sure it's cool to touch, then you can slide your cord in there and it will sit flat and you're done. So come on, wasn't that easy? You all know how I love my solar fountains. Now, all you need is like a type of coffee container. They're all pretty much plastic now. You could use any container. And like I showed you, you want the lid up because this becomes a tray. As far as the insert, you're repurposing what you've got around the house. You could use a cheese container, a plastic cup if you want lift. And you could even use an old cup from Vegas for coins. Maybe not. This is Gary's. We'll put it back. But the thing is, if you feel that it might be too much and you don't want the lift, then you don't have to use the lift at all. You don't need to put a perch. You could use it very simple like that. And all I did was take the lid, you turn the lid upside down. Remember, this is the part that's going to go back on the container, and you make a hole for your straw. Now, you can use tubing. If you've got tubing, most certainly use tubing. But if you don't, jumbo drinking straws work really good for the solar fountains. So you make a hole in the center for the fountain tube, which would be the straw. And then you want to put as many holes as possible in the lid. Keep putting your holes in. You know how I use my soldering iron for that. If you don't have a soldering iron, you could use a drill, and you could use, well, a hot knitting needle. That's what I used to use until I bought a soldering iron. But make a lot of holes. Don't go too close to the edge. If you go too close to the edge, if it kind of goes off kilter a little bit, it sits really good like this, then it could drip out of your container, and that you don't want. So try to get as close as possible to the center. And this way the water comes up and goes back into the container, and you only have to change it, well, whenever you really are running out of water, maybe every few days. And if it runs out of water, just top it up with a cup of water, add in a little water. But this is repurposing these containers. They're food grade. It works perfect. And you know me, I looked at it and thought, well, I'm going to paint mine up. So you can paint it up, get some non-toxic paint. Don't paint the inside. You're only painting where the hummingbirds don't go. I actually painted the top part too in green. You could do it any way you want. And I actually turned this one into a hummingbird full feeding station and bathing place. So they come and take a bath, they come and drink, and they're now eating as well. I'll get into details on that, on how I make my, I call them dots, some people call them buttons. If you want to know how to make that, I'm going to get that up probably tomorrow. So if you're a subscriber, just hit the bell and you'll get notified when that video goes up. If you're not a subscriber and you want to know, just subscribe and hit that bell, and then you'll get notified too, because I'm going to show you how I make those. I use them all over the garden as feeders, and the hummingbirds absolutely love it. And I have put some on here, so it's a full cafe. With that, have a great day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. And you're not going to believe this, but I have a hummingbird nesting 5 feet from me, and she's sitting and watching me do this video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.